Hi, my name is Mugambi Nthiga, writer, director, and most importantly, actor, and you're on Snappy 7 with Nairobi News. Man, I wish I knew. Well, they came from a feeling that we wanted to get a certain, not really message, but a certain idea out there. The idea that the afterlife is not as simple as we think it is. It's not a heaven or hell type of situation. And maybe we should consider the fact that the end of our lives here on this side is not the end at all. It might be the beginning of something else, where the stuff that we carry here on earth doesn't really leave us, and we actually have to let it go before we can go on to the next life, whatever that is. Acting is something I'd always wanted to do. I would like to say I broke into it, but I kicked that door down, man. I put my foot in and just pushed in. Yeah, it was really hard to break in. I was first paid to act when I just finished campus, and it was on a theater stage. And I still think I'm breaking in ever since. I really felt like, yeah, I'm there. As for writing, there used to be a series of musicals we'd stage at Mavuno Church called the Village Musicals, and there was a bunch of writers. I volunteered only to act and direct. And then one day I was roped into a brainstorm meeting where they were coming up with a story, and they were like, no, you don't have to write anything, it's fine, you just help us brainstorm. And I was like, okay. So I showed up and we talked about it, they brainstormed, and I went home, they wrote it. I ended up directing, but I realized there were so many things I wanted to tweak here and there that by the time we were doing the next thing, they said, what do you think about Ati? You want to write? No, you want to pick up the story? No, you're a writer now. And that's how it happened. I'd never downloaded any software on my computer or anything. And yeah, that's how I became a writer. That's a good question. I actually think I'd be a teacher. I might. And I do that on the side once in a while. But I was an ad man before I got into this, before I got serious with it. I was in the advertising scene, and I was a copywriter there. So I was writing, but I was writing stuff to sell things and narrate stories. There's a lot of potential. Just like any other artistic field, there is a lot of potential, and we're realizing it now more than ever. And a lot of us have decided to take it into our own hands and be like, forget it. We'll just take it into our own hands. We'll do it the way we want to. There's very little support. There could be a lot of support, but there just isn't enough of it. Should I talk about government? I guess it's unavoidable to talk about the government. We have a cabinet secretary whose name is uttered all the time. We have a commission, we have parastatals, 3 of them off the top of my head, probably more, that are concerned directly with what I do with film, which collectively, as far as Katikati goes, have done nothing except what they are paid to do, which is the licensing and providing the paperwork and everything. But as far as any support that they could give outside of that, which other governments around the world do for their film industries, nothing. So this is an industry that has very little support. In fact, I don't even like to call it an industry, because an industry, I believe, has participants, it has processes, it has like raw material and end product coming out of the other side that can be sold or that is considered of value. We're still not there. We're still not there. It's not considered to be of monetary value or cultural value to the extent that it receives the support it deserves. In the past, we have seen the Kalasha Awards give trophies to films that were not as deserving as other films within that category. So to be honest, I don't know if the point of the award is actually to reward good film. And I'll say the same thing, the exact same thing about Matcha Wood and Matcha Wood Festival or Matcha Festival. They'll commission films, select a top 10, and some films will not make it into the top 10 that need to be in the top 10. And some films will win that don't deserve to win. I'm not going to mention any names at all. Again, I don't know if it's about awarding good film. And again, I'm not sure about the getting the word out about submissions and publicizing these events. There's many times when I know people have been told they won an award and didn't know the award ceremony was happening. Or were told, oh, you need to show up because you've been nominated. They did not know that they were nominated and are rushing around for a suit or a dress on the day of. Or, yeah, there's all these stories behind it. So these guys could do a lot better. You cannot refer to any of these awards as the Kenyan Oscars. I refuse that. I refuse. Nimekata kabisa. If Kalasha are going to have a festival and the festival is not organized well, then you can't say that we are on the same level as the Durban International Film Festival. No, you're not. I tell a 19-year-old, dream hard, dream big, man, but don't think that it's going to be laid on your lap just because you're dreaming. Entitlement is perhaps the worst thing you can wear. It's the worst suit to dress up with to go to work. Do not ever feel like the world owes you anything, but believe that you can go out and get it because it's yours nonetheless. Only it's not owed to you. It's not going to be handed over to you. You're going to go and get it. I have a mixtape dropping in June. No, not in June. We're actually working on the next film within the One Fine Day series. The writing is going to be beginning very soon. That's all I can say. But there's a team of people and I'm part of the team. And it's a really good story. That's not going to be coming out in 2017 though, although it's going to be shot in 2017. Otherwise, from the acting side, I'm still auditioning as much as I can. Looking to get more serious with directing. And if all goes well, before the end of the year, I'll have written one-man performance piece for the theatre that I hope to perform in 2018. Hi, again, this is Mugambi Nthiga, actor, Nairobi Half-Life, director, co-writer of Katikati. And this has been the Snappy 7 at Nairobi News. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next Sunday.